All right, guys. I ain't gonna bullshitting around and gonna uh, I ain't gonna beat around the bushes, and so I'm gonna cut to the chase and break the ice. So, because what I said there is actually the things that for me to talk about other people is kind of awkward for me, because keep on telling other people and giving my opinion, my comments, my knowledge about all the other people, the thing, basically giving a whole rundown of art history, literary history, poetic history, or whatsoever, what the fuck ever, music, or poetries, and how to be an artist, everything. And ultimately, it's come down to it's other people. It has nothing to do with me. So the bottom line is, it's my channel, so the shit is on me. So, because I realized once I start to talk to other people, be it as love story and still absolutely still other people's love story, be it as Helen of Troy or Dante and Beatrice. So be it as it is, it's still other people's story. So I'm gonna just start to talk about myself because, as you know by now, that I'm an artist, and so I ain't gonna start to keep on going on and giving a harangue about right, wrongs, about 贾宝玉和林黛玉 and the Dream of the Red Chamber. I keep on mentioning about this because that is the crown jewel of Chinese classical literature. Be as it is, that's other people. So even though that a lot of people were comparing me to Bao Yu and things like that, but still, I am Ben. I am Ben. That's me. And be as it is that they talk about how because my dad's artist, my dad belonged to their 1970 80s generations, and that's generation. I was born after 80s, so I don't know their generation. Their generation is a myth to me, or it's a part of history, as what they say. They say history becomes legends, legend becomes myth. That comes from Lord of the Ring, I guess. Oh, that's my favorite actually. See, J.R.R. Tolkien is absolutely my favorite because, see, I cannot talk to them about Lord of the Ring because, first of all, they don't speak English at all. So, how am I going to even start to expatiate about Saurons and Salomons and Gandalf and the Hobbit, shy folks, and the Ents, those trees, they were just so fucking amazing. That be as it is, that if I talk about the journey to the west, and that's my favorite too. I devoted a specific channel, a clip talking about that, and because they only have a limited information to talk about what they understand what it is. It's still from a childhood memory because a lot of these literature, just like Lord of the Rings or the Hobbits, and that you can see great literature is that they can face that whole variety of audience and from all walks of life. A child can read it. A child can have a child's understanding. A adult can read it the first time and second time, and an elderly adult and a sophisticated, mature adult with the abstruse mind can look at it differently because J.R.R. Tolkien or 曹雪芹 or 施耐庵也好, sorry, Wu Cheng'en 也好, 施耐庵, that's the author that penned the Rebel of the Water Margin, 就是水浒传. But anyway, why I'm starting all of this and just prepping up and just warming up, and this is how you really exactly how it is, and be it as giving a speech or making a video or start a music jam and start to jam first or start a painting and what you do, and then you gotta like brainstorm and literature, what they call it, and specifically they call it, it's called the stream of consciousness. I think it was Proust that actually did that. It was the ancestor ancestor. That was like late 19th century, early 20th century. But what it is that the bottom line is just that because my day job is still being a Chinese English interpreter translator. But the thing is, that's my day job. It's how my bring home the bacon and where the bread is cooked, is baked. But the bottom line is that because in my guts, as you all know by now, it's that in my gut, I still figure that I'm still an artist, and how it comes to be. All right, here's the detail, and then let me break it down to you in very specific factors. First of all, there has to be a factor of your family background, and most likely, I think it does play a quintessential role in by and large part. Of course, there's always exception here and there, but I think your family background is pretty important. No, it's more very important. I would say 75% important. Of course, those wild geniuses. Of course, I mean, at least you got to have a rich dad, or maybe not. There's still a tiny bit of exceptions. Say like Vincent Van Gogh, he's not doing well, but he's got a great brother. And then the way that he was going there to prep him to be going to become a theologian, going to religion, art, philosophy, going spiritual, it's also hand in hand. So because my family background, that's what it was, and then you gotta have a passion for it. Not only passion for it, because you gotta have to have a creativity for it. Um, like what I did this. Like these are, I did it when I was like 13, 14 because I had a great passion of Chinese history, and those are clearly the Chinese, ancient Chinese generals and with their troops, everything, and these are the letters next to it is just some poetry and some quotes, excerpt from other sources and things like that. Oh yeah, like this one, the photograph is over here. I did that when I was in high school. I was in LaGuardia High School, and so also cultivation. That's another thing. The first thing I mentioned was about background. The second of all is about cultivations, and because my dad's artist, naturally I grew up in the artistic background. Plus my grandparents and all my uncles are in that whole field. So I was surrounded in the field. So and then by myself, and by the time I was in high school, it was LaGuardia, Fairlawn LaGuardia High School of Musical Arts and Performance Arts, and got a lot of elective. And this is the elective of photography. So everybody have to do a creativity of a photographic self portrait. So this is what I did, and then you can see that there's a drawing there. That's a drawing, self portrait drawing. So that's also me. I was wearing like a Maoist hat and sort of like acting like my dad's era. Sort of like that. So this is like going back to history. So you got to exercise a lot about constantly thinking, constantly. I mean, you got to be like psychotic. Like psychotic. That's a strong word. And don't get it wrong, because a lot of people in their eyes are artists, are a different breed. So they are kind of thinking too much than an average person. Like I said, my brain is constantly operating like an engine on steroids. I could just never make it stop, and that's why I always have this sleeping problems. Just I cannot make my brain stop. Even if I did fall asleep, then I fall into my dream state, and in my dream it's still going fast, and dream after dream, dream after dream, and then I have so many dreams per night. So. And then once you wake up, you're like, hey, I'm wasting time just lying over here, not sleeping. So might as well read some books and jot down notes and write some journal, diary, and drawing stuff, and constantly drawing, constantly writing, constantly doing everything. This is how to prepare yourself and be an artist. Any great artist is constantly busy. What I mean, not busy as, at least you're busy in your mind. So that's also very important. So constantly, without this, see, there's like a sequence, like 1, 2, 3. This is a pretty large painting. It's called The Vision. Probably can't see it clearly here, but see there's a you see the growing progression is how to prepare yourself to become an ultimate artist, and then without this you can't see this, and then poetries and stuff, and this is just the basic springboard to be an artist, and this is in my mind that how you be a true artist, and this differentiates yourself from being other type of what I say. In my eyes, other type of even though they're in art, but they're more like an artisan or yeah, a craftsman, you know. But being a true artist, and this is what it takes. And so it's a dangerous path, and it's very precarious, and a lot of unknown trajectories, and you don't know left and right or wrong, dark or light. But anyway, if it's worth it, just like the Fellowship, the Ring, if you got no regret, then go marching forward. All right, catch you later.